I'd like to welcome you to Big Island, Virginia.
It's one of the neatest areas I've ever lived, and I've lived all over the world. The mountains are very tranquil. We're near the Appalachian Trail. The river is magnificent. Most importantly, I think the people are very special.
There's been a paper mill here in Big Island, Virginia since 1891. Making paper has been a huge part of my life for the past 36 years.
There's a symbiotic relationship between this mill and this community. There was a time when everyone in this area worked for the mill.
I grew up in a paper mill town. I have a lot of family in the paper industry. That's how I ended up here.
We have 3 paper machines here. We have 2 corrugated paper machines. Our #1 paper machine dates back to the early 1900s. Recycled paper is an attractive product for people to put in their boxes. We use everything. We don't put things to waste.
These are our hardwood chips, and they're used to create our corrugated medium. You're gonna see the products we produce here at just about any store out there. If you get a box in the mail, more than likely we've helped produce it. The corrugated boxes that go in those blue bins, they end up here and we produce linerboard from them.
It's in our economic interest to source within about a 200-mile radius. We want to use the local products, and we have habitual relationships with some of the timber farmers and managers. Many private landowners do a tremendous job managing the forest.
I am Anitra Webster. I am a retired scientific computer programmer, and I am a tree farmer. I've known the working people at the Big Island Mill for as long as I've had this property. We've had a good working relationship. In order to make your forest land really work for you, as soon as you have a cut, the next growing season, we go ahead and put in new seedlings to keep the growing cycle continuous on the property.
One of the cool things about joining the Big Island community and the mill itself is they're very proud of the history here.
We have the National D-Day Memorial here in nearby Bedford.
The National D-Day Memorial is our nation's monument to D-Day. D-Day was the largest amphibious assault in our nation's history. There were actually 20 total young men from this community, the Bedford Boys, who died on June 6, 1944. The Big Island Mill was really the lifeblood of the community. It's where people made their living. It's where they came together. They retooled what they were making so that they could make shell casings for the war effort. The paper mill provides so many jobs to our community and resources, and we're just so proud of the work that they do.
Big Island does a good job of trying to be a good steward to the community and to our surroundings.
We have about 800 acres of land in the general area around the mill, and most of that land is not developed in any way, shape, or form. It's just maintained as forest land.
One of the cool things about the paper making process is, although at the end of the day it's paper, 98% of it starts off as water. We do an extensive amount of testing and clarification to make sure that what we put back in is safe for people to use, safe for the wildlife that's actually in the river.
We're very proud to have our wildlife certification for our conservation efforts.
This paper mill has gone through many changes over the course of its 130+ years. I think all 4 of my children have taken the lessons that they've learned from me around recycling, and they've brought that forth in their lives.
The men and women that work here are the environmentalists. We're the conservationists. We want to use all of that natural resource, every bit of that tree, to its most efficient use. And then we're going to go back and we're going to plant 3 more to replace the one that we've harvested.